everyone, Shine Sprite Ditto welcoming you back for more Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. In the last part, we finished up Death Mountain and got the Spiritual Stone of Fire. We saw the Great Fairy and obtained a magic meter. Now in this episode, we are going to make our way back to Hyrule Castle Town so we can do some side quest. Oh yeah, now when cutting grass, you can get a magic jar. This will refill the magic that you've used. Although our spin attack for our sword is the only thing we have right now that'll consume magic. But we have some stuff available to us now that we have bombs and a progression lock on the Spiritual Stone of Fire. It is nighttime in Hyrule Field, and now I said that we were going to be going to the Hyrule Castle Town, but I'm actually going to show you the way to a secret in Hyrule Field. I would make sure that you have at least some rupees, you don't want to have an empty wallet, but we're going to be venturing quite a ways. I'm just going to let it naturally roll over into daytime. But yeah, even though I want to go to Hyrule Castle Town, there's something that I want to show you guys, and I'm also going to want to unequip the Hylian shield and make sure you have the Deku shield. So, even though I could just go there, you would have no idea where it's at, because I need to show you guys how to get there, because it's a place we've never been to before. Hooray for exploring something new. There is a place where we could get this more naturally, but honestly, we might as well just do it now, because no matter when we get it, we would either be disrupting story or going out of our way to get it, and it's available to us now, so let's go ahead and get it. As you can see, I'm just beside Lon Lon Ranch, so let's just keep heading forward from here. And I guess while I'm on my way here, we're just heading straight for a little bit, I could go ahead and talk about something. For those of you who have played The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which I was gonna actually attack him, but it turned daytime. But for those of you who have played Tears of the Kingdom, there's an enemy in the depths called the Frogs. And they're really terrifying. I really like how far they jump out at you when you come down. But honestly, when they open their mouth, you can throw bomb flowers in, and then you can start slicing on their backs. And, you know, standard enemies and stuff, but they kind of remind me of Dodongos. And I was very satisfied to see that they had brought Gleeoks into a 3D Zelda. And I really wanted to see what a Tears of the Kingdom, like, Dodongo would look like. And you fight them so similarly to Dodongos, and they kind of look like them. I kind of just wish that they would have made them Dodongos. And they have baby frogs, similar to how they have baby Dodongos in Ocarina of Time. They could have just made them explode and stuff. I think that would have been a lot more interesting than creating an all-new enemy. Beyond this point lies Lake Hylia. It is full of deep, pure water. The Zoras, who live all the way upstream, guard the sunken temple at the lake's bottom, as well as Zora's Fountain. If you want to confirm its location on the map, press start to switch to the subscreen and proceed in order to find... Yeah, we already know how to use the map. You want to hear what I said again? Absolutely not. It is nice, the little lore drops we get about the world, but we really don't need to know how to use the map 9 parts in. But yeah, beyond this gate is Lake Hylia, and as excited as I am to see Lake Hylia, I think it is a very nice area. We unfortunately are not going to be going all the way into Lake Hylia. It's guarded by this fence, but there's actually a ladder that'll let us climb up and go around. So if you want to explore Lake Hylia, because there is stuff that you can do there, go ahead. I mean, it's available to you. There's stuff that you can do there. But we're going to be going there for story in a little bit, so the stuff that is there, I'm just going to do at that point. But for now, if you throw a bomb here, I felt like I was a little off-centered. This will open up this hole, and we can see that there's a business scrub down here. One of the only business scrubs you're going to talk to. All right, you win. In return for sparing me, I will sell you a heart piece. 1 piece, 10 rupees. Sounds like an excellent deal to me. I already have a max wallet, so might as well start spending it. And yeah, yet another heart piece. I can't wait to see how quickly we can get a lot more. We're going to be doing a lot of side quests in this episode, so that's pretty much all this will be. We'll probably start making story progress in the next part. But not only are we going to be doing side quests, but we're also going to be setting up for a side quest to be finished later. And you'll see what I mean whenever we get there. And I'll explain it a little bit more as we come across it. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just meet you guys back at Hyrule Castle Town. You know how to get there. It's pretty much just straight from here and a little bit to the left. Okay, so now that we're back in Castle Town, If you remember, in the last part, when we talked to the Great Fairy, she told us that she had a friend that lived near the castle. And also, if you remember, when we were at Hyrule Castle the first time, there was actually a boulder on our way up. And I did figure out that literally I was doing nothing wrong. You just have to keep talking to this dude over and over, and eventually... Do you really want to go through the gate that much? Let me think about it. Okay, but in return, give me 10 rupees. If you eventually bug him enough, he will actually open up the gate for you for a small bribe. Yeah, if you keep having trouble, even though I really don't know how you'd have trouble, these guards are completely stupid. But if you're just lazy, you can just keep talking to him over and over, and you can actually pay him to get through. Of course, come from this point on, you have to proceed as normal, since these guards are not as bribable as him. But yeah, there was this boulder here. And it's not just a boulder, it's a rock! Dead end. Well, this odd placing border and Navi turning green tells me that this is not just a dead end, and that there's probably something waiting for me here. And sure enough, let's see what's just beyond this point. Another fairy fountain. Wow, I'm not even using the C-stick and I still messed it up. Zelda's Lullaby, and... Hello again, madam. Aw, oh, dude, they got her laying like that. They about to catch me acting up. They about to catch me. Whew. They know what they did. Welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Magic. I will give you a magic spell. Please take it. Oh, I would love to take it. Like, look at the Great Fairy throwing it back. All right, I might be being a little ridiculous, but it can't just be me, right? Like, she's throwing it back. She's throwing it back hard. All right, enough flirting with the Great Fairy. We got Din's Fire. Its fireball engulfs everything. It's attack magic you can use with C. She's throwing it back hard, bro. Like, look at those curves. All right. I gotta clear my mind. Push the Great Fairy away. You can use Din's Fire not only to attack, but also to burn things. Fire is good at burning things. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. Oh, I would love to. Alright. Enough Great Fairy flirting. Let me go ahead and show you guys what this does. Now, at first, this might look like an optional item. You equip it and use it, it engulfs everything around you, and you can see that it uses 1/4 of your magic bar. That is insane. However, this is not only good for combat, but it is actually required. Yeah, it seems like an optional item, but there's only one specific instance at one point much later towards the end of the game that it is actually required for you to have Din's Fire. And great, now I gotta climb all the way back up here, because apparently I can bribe him to go in, but I can't leave. But yeah, Din's Fire, it seems like it's not required because you're going to go pretty much the whole game without using it or being required to, but no, we will need it for a point much later in the game, so you want to be sure to come by and grab this. But for now, there's still even more for us to do in Hyrule Castle, and hopefully I can get some bombs. Ropes? Bombs? They're yours, my friend. Alright. So, we have a bowling alley over here. There was nothing we couldn't do anything with. Okay. Alright, I really need to get my head together. Because the Bomb Chew bowling alley, we didn't have a bomb bag, so there wasn't anything for us to do here. And she's asleep. Huh? What? Uh-oh! A customer! Welcome to our cutting-edge amusement center. The Bomb Chew bowling alley. Do you want to know what you can win? Well, it's a secret. I can't tell you until you've paid to play. It's just like EA! It's 30 rupees. Ugh. It's pretty stiff, but alright. Aim for the hole in the center and let the Bomb Chew go. You get 10 tries. Ready? Let's bowl. Oh, I almost forgot. This is what you can win. Bombs. Okay, I mean, I guess I need a refill on bombs, but it's not exactly a great prize. To show you how bomb chew bowling works, is there will be stuff that's blocking your way, but bomb chews are kind of like mice that just run across the ground, but eventually explode when they reach their target. Much like bombs, they start flashing as soon as you pull them out, so they are on a timer until they explode. But they can climb up walls, climb up ceilings, and a whole bunch of different stuff like that. And our goal is basically to make it to the end of each hole. Now, you might be wondering why you're going to want to do this. Of course, there's a bunch of different prizes that you can get, but there are 2 specific prizes we're going to want to get. However, bombs are not one of them. I'm just going to let these go because honestly, the bombs don't really matter that much, and I want to get through with what my prices are. Do you want to play again? Yes, I do. I almost forgot. Here's what you can win. Almost always, you will never get the prize that you want. It'll almost always be bombs on the first one, but yes, a bomb bag. I want that. And I'm going to try this attempt here and hope it goes well. But after this attempt, I'm going to cut ahead and just go until I'm successful. You might learn to hate this minigame as much as I do, because, I mean, it seems simple, right? But the one on the ceiling can actually, even though it's been twice in a row, it's just been in the center, but it actually has a chance to be angled, and then you have to reposition Link so he's just not in the middle, and that was really stupid. But you have to reposition Link so he's not in the middle, and sort of point him at an angle so the bomb chute goes directly at the angle, and it can be really, really frustrating. And when you blow up the chickens, they tend to just stay there for a minute, so you want to wait a little bit before throwing out your next bomb chute. But yeah, the second one is probably the hardest one because it can be at such an angle. But let me see the timing here. I really don't want to mess this up. Move, 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 move. Move, move, move! Yeah! Winner! And now we have the biggest bomb bag. Yes, just within one part. Well, 2 parts, technically. We have the biggest bomb bag. We can carry 40 bombs, which is the most that we are able to do. Do you want to play again? Oh, I suppose. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here until I actually get the prize I want. Alright, so I just wanted to come back in and say that I actually got some bomb chews for myself. They are an item that you can actually get. They're not just for this mini game. They are also going to be required, but literally within the last part of the game. Like, when I say last part, I mean probably the last episode we do of this Let's Play is when bomb chews will actually be required. But, yeah, I'll go ahead and show those off in the overworld whenever we're done with this mini game. But for now, let's see if I can actually get the prize while I'm still here. Yes, a heart piece! Alright, I don't know if I'm going to leave this attempt in. I'll see how it goes. But yes, that is the second prize that we want to get. It's not just the... God hates me. Well, I guess now is a good time to show you how frustrating this minigame can be. Probably not going to get it. But yes, it can be up on an angle. Which means that it can be really hard to get exactly where it needs to go. Because you gotta... Oh, hey, I got it, alright. But yes, that can be really difficult, and it can be at more than just the center and the side there. There's a couple different places it can be. I gotta be real careful with this one. No! No! Yes! Winner! Whew! Oh my god. This minigame has... I can't believe I've done it successfully as many times as I have. But yes, yet another piece of heart. We now have 2 pieces. Do you want to play again? No, I am never playing this garbage again. This minigame can be either the easiest thing or the most frustrating thing, depending on how your luck is. And my luck is normally absolutely horrible. But there's one other place that we haven't been to yet. Well, there's quite a few places. This is the... I want to say potion shop, but there's probably a little more than a potion. Yeah, you can... I guess I'll... Excuse me. If you press A again while talking to him, you can just end up backing out. Green potion. If we have an empty bottle and we put this in a bottle, it will fully recover our magic bar. Magic is plentiful in jars and grass, so not really useful. I'll probably be coming for one of these late, like much later in the game. Red potion, we've already been over. We can buy a fairy here if you don't want to go out and look for one. Blue fire, 300 rupees. We can't even hold that much, so no need to talk about that, but it can be pretty useful. A Poe. It's thought to someone who is crazy about weird things like this. That can be useful. A fish, a bug. We got a whole bunch of different stuff here. I'm going to be showing off some uses for some of this stuff later at a much, much later point. But for now, let's go ahead and... Well, I guess I'll show off the other bazaar too. The guard at the gate of Death Mountain. This is the bazaar you're supposed to go to buy the Hylian shield, but I showed you guys how to get one for free. It's 80 rupees, but I think he will sell it to you for 60. If you talk to the guard, standard stuff like bombs, Deku nuts, hearts, arrows, which we don't have a bow, so that's not really useful, and Deku sticks. I don't really see a use for any of this stuff right now. And hello, a Goron. I came here to sell bombs. Please buy some. Well, I can't promise anything there. I don't really need bombs. Why? No, I don't need bombs. I forgot. The bomb bag maxed them out to 40. But when we were here the first time, we could not participate in the mask shop because it was closed. But now, someone is here. Hi! Welcome to the Happy Mask Shop. We deal in masks that bring happiness to everyone. How would you like to be a happiness salesman? I'll lend you a mask. You sell the mask and bring the money back here. If you want to read the fine print, take a look at that sign right over there. After you've sold all the masks, you will become happy yourself. Have faith. I get the creeps from this guy. Mask of Truth, not for sale, but the Keaton mask, 10 rupees. Let's go ahead and borrow that. And there's going to be a lot of vets in this episode. You'll be a popular guy with this mask on. So yes, yet another temporary item for now. We can equip the mask and we can wear it. Oh, you haven't sold the newest mask yet. Just have faith. Keep trying a little longer. We don't need to read this. But basically, he's going to lend us a mask. We go find somebody who wants that mask. They'll give us the money for it, and we return here. And then he'll have a different mask for us, and we can use that mask, find somebody who wants it, be given the rupees, and bring it back here, so on and so forth, until we sell all the masks that he has available. When you're wearing a certain mask, sometimes people have different things to say to you. I hate foxes! Well, okay. Oh, wow, it's Keaton! Hi, Keaton! You say normally. I'm not wearing the mask anymore! She ran over the ledge! She ran over the ledge! Just a couple more people. A mask. When I was a little kid, I also wore masks around. What? You say you can't imagine me doing that? Maybe masks will be more significant in a later Let's Play. Nah, but for now, if you remember, it was the guard at the Death Mountain gate that told us that his son really wanted the Keaton mask. So, let's go see him. Alright, now, back at the Death Mountain gate, you're going to be wearing the mask whenever you talk to him, and... Do you think you're in disguise, Mr. Hero? Oh. Is that a Key something character mask? I heard he's very popular recently. He's my boy's favorite, that Key something mask. If you don't mind, will you sell it to me? Sure. My boy will be very happy with this. You really are, Mr. Hero. You sold a 10 rupee mask for 15 rupees. You earned a little profit. Let's go to the mask shop and pay back the mask price of 10 rupees. So, he will wear this mask forever. I'm starting to think that it wasn't for his son and that he just really likes Keaton. But, yes, you're starting to see some of the benefits of the mask side quest. Even though we do have to go out of our way and see different people and kind of go all over Hyrule to find the people that want the masks, you will sometimes sell the mask for more than it's worth. We bought it for 10 rupees, but he gave us 15 for it. So, that's a 5 rupee profit. I don't know why I had trouble saying that. So with the 5 rupees, we're going to give the Happy Mask Salesman back 10, and we'll be able to keep the additional 5 for ourselves. So it's kind of like a little fee for being a little delivery boy. But yeah, a lot of cutting in this part. We're super close to Hyrule Castle. Can I make it before it goes nighttime? But since we're so close to Hyrule Castle, I'm not going to cut it at this point in time. But I'm going to be making cuts just from the Happy Mask Shop to where we need to go. And whenever we're there on our way back, I'll do another cut back to the mask shop, so that way I'm just not running around all over the place and you watching me just walk across Hyrule and spending like 40 minutes on this quest. But yes, he has an additional mask now that we've sold that one. Oh great, you sold it. Please pay back 10 rupees for the Keaton mask now. Payment received. And now we have the skull mask, a horned skull mask. Do you want to borrow the skull mask? Yes, I do. You borrowed a skull mask, wear it with C to show it off. You feel like a monster while you wear this mask. Now, if you remember, a skull mask, skull kid. Not only do they both have a skull, but also, if you remember, the skull kid seemed kind of ashamed and embarrassed of his face. So let's try to help him disguise himself a little bit, even though I don't think he has to cover it up. Well, maybe he should cover up his face in early versions of the 64. Ugh. Definitely don't want that connotation. But yeah, let's go visit the Skull Kid in the Lost Woods. Alright, now that we're back at the Lost Woods, let's go see Saul Kid. Well, let's equip the Skull Mask first before we talk to him. And not Din's Fire, the Skull Mask. And hello, friend. Hee hee hee, under that mask. Aren't you that Kokiri kid? And he jumps down. Quite an unusual mask you have there. Hee hee. I like it. It might make me look a little bit tougher. Hey, why don't you give it to me? Okay. Yowza! I'm gonna wear this all the time. He just gave you 10 rupees for a 20 Moopy Rask. You lost money on that deal. Go back to the mask shop and pay 20 rupees for the mask. The difference will have to come out of your own pocket. Yeah, the Skull Kid is a little imp and decides to give us less money than what the mask is worth. So we'll have to pay for that one a little bit. However, this is going to be the only mask where we don't make profit from. So it's definitely worth to keep on going through with this quest so that you can not only make money, but get the item you get from it. Alright, I'll see you guys back at the mask shop. Alright, let's see what you have for us now. Oh, great. You sold it. Please pay me back 20 rupees for the skull mask now. Payment received. Alright, we have a spooky mask. Yes, I'll borrow it, even though it looks like a re-dead and those things are terrifying. You could scare many people with this mask. I paused and it looks like Link has resting bitch face. Alright, let's head out of here. I actually want to see what this woman says. She tends to be a bitch when you're wearing all these different masks, so... Yeah! What's your problem? I love that. Hey kid, can't you see we're busy? Leave us alone. Okay, they don't care. A mask. When I was, You said the same thing as this guy? Yeah. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. Alright, well anyways, we actually know somebody who's really into spooky stuff. So, let's go ahead and see if they would be interested in this mask. So now you want to go to the Kakariko Village Graveyard during the day, and we can talk to this little guy here. Yeah! It's Dompe the Gravekeeper! Question mark? Question mark? Oh, it's just a mask. I get it, a different kind of fright from that mask than I get from Dompe. This very slow scrolling text screws me up so much. Will you give that mask to me? Yes, with this mask, I'll be just like Dompe. Here's my money. You sold a 30 rupee mask to a kid for full price? And he didn't mind paying at all. Let's go back to the mask shop to pay 30 rupees for the mask. You can get the new mask model too. Yes, let's go ahead and do that. I really like that once you give them the masks, they will be wearing the mask for the entirety of the game. They will always have the masks on, including the guard, even though it's supposed to be for his son. But yeah, I will go ahead and meet you guys back at the mask shop. Okay, so now back at the mask shop. I want to explain something. Yeah, we're gonna pay him back the 30 rupees. No! But we cannot actually finish this quest, and that might sound dissatisfying, but it's going to make more sense later. The bunny hood. It's a whole 50 rupees, but we haven't met somebody who would like the bunny hood. They do not appear for you until you have all 3 spiritual stones. However, I want to borrow the skull mask. And this is going to be the last thing we do before I end off. I'm going to have a lot of editing to do. I'm up to like 45 minutes in recording. Okay, yeah, we're not going... No, I did not want to talk to you. No! Alright. Now, I'm going to go back to the Lost Woods again. Okay, so now back at the Lost Woods, you can see that Skull Kid has the skull mask on. You know, I wonder what happens if we talk to him with our skull mask on. Right on! Wearing this mask makes me feel really tough and scary. Hehe. Okay, I don't think that makes a difference. Now, honestly, I waited. For some reason, I always wait and just decide to do the whole entire quest and then do this. But honestly, instead of coming to the Lost Woods a second time, you probably just want to go ahead and do this before you give the skull mask to Skull Kid. We need the skull mask for something, but you should probably just do this before you give it to him, so you don't have to come back here like I did. But for some reason, I just always decide to separate the two. And if we come over here, we can see that this is actually the bridge that we take to leave Kokiri Forest. So that is really cool. We can jump down and we can actually enter this part of the woods. I think it's really cool because that is the bridge. I think that's really interesting. But yet another business scrub. I said we wouldn't never talk to them, but here we are. And I surrender. To make your quest easier, I can enable you to pick up more Deku Sticks, but it'll cost you 40 rupees. Yes, I am completely out of Deku Sticks, so I will completely take up to 20 of them. Alright, so now you want to go back to the entrance of the Lost Woods. So now back at the entrance, you're going to want to start to make your way to the forest meadow, which is right, left. Although we see a boulder here, and you know what happens whenever we see a boulder. I mean, boulder? Apparently nowhere. Yeah, let's just see what's in here. And just a standard chest. Riveting. Blue rupee. Is it worth using a bomb? Probably not. Completely useless, but I thought I'd show it. And okay, wait, hold on. Okay. Right. Let me follow the music. Right. Left. Alright, now we want to go left again. So right, left, left. And you can see that there are some butterflies here. We want to equip the skull mask and drop down here. We come down here and put on our skull mask. They look really confused, but they will start dancing, and we've made friends with the Deku Scrubs. I honestly think they're so cute. However, there's one that's still hiding. Hello. And when we come over here, all of the young Deku Scrub brothers agree. You look exactly like our sacred forest totem. As an offering from us, please accept these Deku Sticks. We will also enhance your carrying skills. Abracadabra! Alakazam! And now our Deku Sticks are fully upgraded, carrying 30 of them. Very, very nice. And now there is one more thing for us to do in the forest. And yet another boulder. Just like every other boulder in existence. Blue rupee. Another boulder. Just like every boulder in existence. Yeah, okay, I'll stop. But another hole. And some business scrubs. You know, for saying that we would never run into them, we sure are talking to a lot of them. And would you pick up more Deku Nuts? But it'll cost you 40 rupees. Sure thing, and now, our Deku Nuts are upgraded to 30. There's one more Deku Nut upgrade, but unfortunately, we have no access to it right now, but we will be picking it up whenever we do. Alright, you win. In return, I will sell you Deku Seeds. No, that is awful. Alright, well, one more thing before we go off is that I am up to 1 hour. I cannot believe this. However, I recommend, and this is what I'm going to do off screen, you go to the Happy Mask shop and you want to trade in this skull mask and you want to get the bunny hood. You want to have the bunny hood with you before we start heading out to the next area. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.